A few hours later, after doing the L-sit practice, I have a couple of things here and there to say, but because I want to make it quick, because I want to sleep, I am just going to make this a quick one rather than using the new structure that I've made. In fact, it's from the weekly health reviews that I used to make. I just copied and pasted the structure from there and then edited it a bit here and there to fit the daily exercise logs. But extra note aside, I'm ready. Let's do this. Let's do the review. So I was finding it really difficult. The main thing that I really tried to work on was to not have my feet slip. And I had some success with it, but it just wasn't what I wanted it to be. If I really want to make that progress that I'm looking for, I've got to figure out how to not have my feet slip. And my solution for that to happen is to not do it in the gym at all. It being trying to do L-sits with having my feet on the wall, but I can do them in the gym without wall support. That's fine, but it's just my feet just slip and I just don't want that. It's just unnecessarily difficult. I think if I do want that challenge and I want to keep lifting my feet up, then that's more than fine. But I don't think I would have got to that level by the time, before moving. I don't think so, because the progress I make is in small amounts. Not necessarily every day, but when I do make the progress, it's like minor, and then I just keep building from there. Obviously, it's not linear. It's not like I just make progress every single session. It has seemed to be the case at this point, but I'm not expecting it to stay that way because plateaus do exist. And if you were to call that a form of progress, as a learning experience, to know what to do when a plateau comes and to know the signs, to see the signs more easily, then you could say that within itself is progress, even though on the front end it doesn't seem like it, because plateau is like staying at the same ability, implying that their progress hasn't been made with the exercise itself. But yeah, as I was saying, you can learn how to not plateau from plateauing the next time around when you do think one's coming, because you would have had experience with it. I'm going to try and do it at the park. That's what I'd say. And in fact, with that, in terms of the new structure review that I got from the weekly health reviews a while ago, I'd actually say that I'm thinking of the the structure even as I make the video without having to look at the slides, the blue slides of just the fake clouds. And I'm thinking of that as a weakness. That's what I'd say. My feet slipping, I've got to stop that if I want to make more progress. However, it is like a first time at bare minimum in a long while, so it does make sense as to why I was finding it difficult that way, because of lack of friction, which I did not expect. I thought I was just going to be able to keep my feet there, and that was that. I tried to do that within the session, but with my by keeping my feet on my tiptoes, because I was having some success with that on and off, but it didn't really work. I need to find something that works all the time. So the way to improve my weakness there with my feet slipping during those reps and those 30-second holds would be to do it on a different surface like the wall, have my feet on the wall. And another weakness that I say that I could work on is, in fact, how much I was lifting my bum off the floor. I was barely lifting my bum off the floor, and that makes sense. That partially explains why I was finding it so difficult to actually get the L-sit done that I was looking for. I think right now I need to actually reprogram the L-sit sessions so that I'm learning how to improve my technique rather than improve my strength, because technique comes first, not just only for injury, but as you could see in the L-sit session itself, for the sake of being able to actually do the exercise outside of thinking of injury. So technique comes first, and it seems like, as I just think about it now, that I'm starting to get more of a structure to how I go about learning extra skills. For example, like the muscle ups one day, like how I see people on YouTube do it. I'm definitely on the way to getting there. I just need to keep on making the progress with my foundational strength through doing basic moves that everybody knows of, such as push-ups, pull-ups, the whole works, with body weight exercises, that is, because in my opinion I don't need anything else. And I could see in terms of lifting extra weight, I don't need it. I can see I'm making progress already with the help of planning and doing body weight exercises that I can handle. I don't need to lift extra weight, even though I might do that every now and then, especially for having a CrossFit job, and maybe to also help with body weight moves, because I'd be lifting more than just my body weight in, say, a squat or a deadlift or bench press. Definitely possible, but in my opinion, not needed. So I'd say the session wasn't what it could have been, but that was because I didn't actually anticipate how difficult it'd be, honestly. So I'm definitely not going to give myself a difficult time about the progress that I have made, or I could argue hadn't made. The fact that I tried and the fact that I did some in itself is progress, because I'm giving it a go. So I definitely won't give myself a difficult time about that, about the fact that I didn't make the progress that I could have done. I made progress. And like how Healthy Gamer GG would talk about with expectations, I'm in my mind making it seem like I've actually provided an unsatisfactory amount of effort into the session, because I had a certain expectation of being able to do the L-sit holds with my feet on the wall, and because I didn't make that expectation, I made in my head that is then meant I am to try and make myself reach that expectation, invalidating my progress, to motivate myself to actually make that progress that I'm looking for. When in reality, I think what I'm doing is not a helpful solution. It's a maladaptive solution, because that way of thinking doesn't take sports psychology into account, where I might actually feel unhappy if I keep on not reaching the expectations that I'm setting myself. So yeah, I definitely shouldn't be what I'd say is harsh on myself, where I keep on setting myself expectations and then giving myself a hard time for not reaching them, because there are some things that I didn't anticipate here and there, like my feet sliding on the wall in this case. In conclusion, I say that I feel happy with this progress. I stuttered. That's what I wanted to say, truthfully. I made progress, and the fact that it isn't the progress I expected it to make is okay, and the expectation is no more than an expectation. I shouldn't let myself feel down due to not meeting the standards that I made for myself, that didn't take the fact that my feet would be sliding on the wall into account. Those standards just they weren't, I had those standards unaware of what it'd actually be like in reality. But now that I've gone with those expectations and of the 5 set of 30-second holds, I've done something, and I could take it from there. So it's all right. Anyway, that's it. I'm done. I need to stretch my wrists off as well because of that wrist pain. I need to start doing that after every sort of exercise that I do to keep myself supple and keep my joints healthy. But anyway, that's it. I'm finished. Peace. Cheers to making progress, even if it's not the progress that we expected it to make. It's more than fine.